Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Library of Ruina, where in the last episode we basically took down what are they called? Offices? As well as we took down an office by defeating the leader or operator or whatever, or the boss that came into our library, as well as fighting off some, basically, I don't know what they're called, but they're basically people who basically replace their organic body with robot body parts. Basically being human brains in a robot body. Is cyborg the proper word for that? I'm not sure. But as usual, let's start with I want to start with burning at least one of some new items in order to get some new cards or pages, as while still keeping some on the back burner just in case. Restore one life. Select repair the next turn. For the scene, up to X dice have their maximum roll value decreased by 3 when using charges, or when using pages. I don't know why I said. I noticed that all their card names, he's tried to make the same stuttering effect that the mechanical people had when talking. Like a lot of the time when they start talking, they stutter like the first syllable of like the first word when they start talking. But anyway, back to the main point. In the last episode, we ended the episode on unlocking a new. We unlocked this new abnormality battle, which we're going to get into. And if you've seen Lobotomy Corporation, you'd recognize this as the Scorched Girl. A warm fireplace, plentiful dinner, fancy decorations. I take it I have to take care of the minions in order to Broken Hope. Ember. Yeah, that's actually perfect. Grasping onto that charge mask looks like it's its only hope. Three. Evade and evade. Okay, evading and evading Pierce. No, I came into this completely blind, so I didn't know that it was going to be a 3-on-1, but so far I'm trying to balance myself between like I'm mainly trying to seems like every turn or so, there's one that they're both dodging, so basically every turn. Wait! Ow! Oh my god, what the hell? Did I just see her have 800 HP? At the last possible second, it looked like, correct me if I'm wrong, but at the last second there, it looked like she had 800 HP. So, I'm going to assume I need to be more aggressive in taking out those characters. Because if I'm not... Boost defensive dice by 3. I think we're gonna go with that for now. One. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna try to focus on it. Let's see how this works, playing with the loadout. Falls from the sky at me, if someone wins to heaven. $500. Ouch. You'll leave me when the light of the last match goes out, won't you? Are you serious? Oh no, she's attacking. And somehow I survived. But I can't even take my turn. Cause like she's OP as hell. One attack from her just completely destroys you. Like, how do you stop her from a... It's Grassman. So my strategy for this is I'm going to take turns. When she's able to have a turn, I'm going to attack her and stagger her. And when she's staggered like this and can't take a turn, I'm going to attack the other guy. Perfectly blocking every attack! Like, how do you even fight that? Sure how this works. Like, you need to roll higher than your enemy in order to be able to hurt them. But when the enemy somehow able to keep consistently pulling higher rolls than you multiple times in a row, and every time it does that, it heals their little health bar. Or I know it's healing the stagger one as opposed to the health one, but still, like, how do you fight random RNG like that? and get completely healed, well, and take no damage. How do you deal with that? I'm not understanding this. Like, how is it fair that the enemy just gets to completely waste my turn and make me do ultimately nothing because literally random dice rolls keep dictating that they roll higher than me. I'm not understanding this. Like, how is it fair that I just had like 4 turns in a row, and I've done literally no damage to an enemy with 6 points of health because it keeps rolling higher than me? What is this? I'll fully admit this is like me not understanding the system. But it's like, what the hell? How are they pulling game down all the time? Why is this enemy constantly blocking? Like, at what point am I getting a hit? I'm not understanding this. How the hell does this stupid system work? This is like the only turn-based RPG game I face where the enemy can just completely screw you in the butt out of being able to have your turn at all. Just like literally everything is perfectly countered and your turn is wasted. Like an enemy that you can easily take down with one hit survives 5 turns because literal random luck of a dice roll keeps saying they keep beating you in something. I'm not understanding this stupid system. I'm making a cut here. This is just pissing me off. Alright, so I'm back and I looked at my stuff, rethought the options, and this is what I think I want to go with into the fight against Scorched Girl. I tried playing with it, and I can only, as far as I'm aware at this point, I can only go into fighting against Scorched Girl with Malka. I cannot go into the fight with anyone. I can't go in the fight with these two together. I have to fight with Malka. I know I had the option to switch up here, but I tried going into it while it was set to this, and yeah, it just sent it back to Malka. So that one's going to dodge. They're both going to dodge, so I want to see how far I can get. One through 4. Okay, that's the one to attack, so... How am I... Okay, did a better job of surviving that, but... Believe me when the light of the last match dies. Get rid of that one. Don't take hope away from me. Okay, you're just being evasive, so... Ah, that's so cheap. Oh. Just get rid of you. Oh, I just take the 2 matches away? I thought I was gonna have to fight Scorched Girl herself after this. I thought I had to beat the 2 matches just to get him out of the way, and then directly fight Scorched Girl herself on a one-on-one. I didn't know I would just the victory condition was just defeating the 2 subordinates. It's the 2 little matches. Suppression complete. So, have the books helped? Yep, I'm sorting them all somehow. Seems to be working thankfully. Phew, that's good to hear. By the way, I think I remember Angela saying something along the lines of you earning a fleshy body the last time we met. Were you like not human before? It was like a replacement body, a change that can never be reverted. Until you got to the library, I take it? So you had a brain transplant surgery, but somehow managed to go back to your old human body here? That's actually pretty impressive, thanks to the library's powers, I'm guessing. Oh, thanks to the library's powers, I'm guessing? Yeah, I think so. You can't let yourself be held back with common sense in the library, huh? I take it that you don't really like having your body back? You didn't seem to be happy back then. Oh no, I actually do like it. Just that this isn't exactly how I want things to go down. What did you do in the past then? Yeah, I wonder. What was I in the past actually? You wouldn't believe it, but it's actually my 3rd try at life. This librarian's librarians have a lot of history behind them. 3rd try? Can you come back from the grave or something? It's the accumulated errors from my previous 2 bodies that were carried over, to be precise. So, I take it her first try at life was when she was originally a normal human, and up until the first downfall of Lobotomy Corporation when they got invaded by the basically the story's going to be full of unmarked spoilers for Lobotomy Corporation, so if you haven't seen that, go watch YouTube videos or something, cause I'm just gonna be honest, I'm not gonna try to like hold back the spoilers. here, but like, basically, if I'm, a lot of people died in the original Lobotomy Corporation when they got raided by the head, and then, and a lot of the Sephiroth had their brains transplanted into robot bodies that were, or which I'm taking like back when she was normal human before that original death. That was her first try at life, with her second try being the robot body that her brain and consciousness were transferred into. Oh, and this here, like in the library, she's had her mind and consciousness restored, or back to a human body, which she describes she hears describing as her third attempt at life. But still, like, which is it precisely? Is it an exact transferring of human consciousness, to be precise? Or are they able to, like, copy and paste human memories, these into fresh brain templates, and it's all these memories that basically create the that restore or remake the consciousness of a person well enough that they might as well be the original person. Is it always consistently the same consciousness every time, or are they just remaking someone's consciousness by copying and pasting memories? Because there's a difference between your consciousness and your memory. Although that brings up the philosophical questions of just how much of like who you are and your consciousness as it is defined by your memories. Which could lead to a potential argument that your consciousness and your memories, like your consciousness as who you are and your memories, are indistinguishable from each other. Because of that, your consciousness is defined by your memories, such. Anyway, let's move on. My past selves, I never really thought about this way before. A difficult problem you're facing here. How about your present self? I'm an irresponsible person who let down everyone's efforts, and an idiot who tried to reach for something out of my means that ended up causing trouble, I suppose. Whoa, hold your horses. Let's not get too dark here. Let's just calm down here. Let's just calm down for a moment. Take a deep breath. And let it out. In and out. Relax now? Yeah, it really helped. Thanks, Roland. I should know better than anyone that it's pointless to get upset over things I can't do anything about. But I gotta start with the things I can take care of first. Alright, I'll try hard with my work too. Let's take our time with the problem of our past selves. Lore of History Realization level up to level 2. Assistant Librarian awoken. Now I have access to new abnormality pages. The emotion level threshold is increased to level 2. A new assignment has been added. Alright. Ashes, single ally. When hit, inflict 1 to 3 burn to the attacker and gain a buff at 40% chance next scene. In offensive dice, inflict 1 burn on hit, does not stack. The charred body represents the child's crumpled hope, while the ever-blazing flame represents the obsession for affection. Footfalls, all allies. When a librarian's HP is at 20% or lower, deal 30% of the target's max HP as damage, max 36, and inflict 1 to 3 burn upon approaching them, then die. So, I'm coming to you. I am coming to you, you who will be reduced to ash like me. So is that that sounds almost like a suicide attack. When you get 20% of your max HP, just suicide on the enemy. You need to deal 30% of the target's max HP is damage, that which caps at 36, and inflict 1-3 burn. And if they survive, assuming they survive, even inflicts 1-3 burn upon approaching them to die. Matchlight, single ally. The first two combat pages the librarian uses after this other ally page is selected. Gain the matchlight stats. Excludes on-play pages. Is whenever the librarian uses a page with matchlight, it gain 1 ember. Pages with matchlight become stronger based on the amount of ember. However, they have 25% chance to damage the user if the ember is at 4 or higher. Hold on. So, certain pages that when you from the sounds of it, well, first of all, let me read this. Well, feels like a ticking time bomb. No one can tell if she's in a good mood or not. So, if I'm interpreting this right, it sounds like they select the cards that the you put this on a character, then select cards for that character or have the matchlight stats attached to them because of this card. And then, if you select those cards to use, it adds the matchlight buff to the character that that buffs more or other matchlight cards that you use. But it also but every matchlight card you use increases the amount of ember or an ember counter on the character, and if the ember counter reaches 4 or higher, as it says here, there's a 25% chance, aka 1 in 4 chance, it's that the character will receive damage themselves if it's at 4 or higher. I think I'll try one more of these. McCullen, and my whole body's still aching from our last job. Tane. I'm just pronouncing this Tane. That's lasting longer than I thought. Still, yesterday was wild, wasn't it? Yup, the new weapon you got from the workshop was a real killer, that's for sure. You don't say. Naoki. You don't say. You got way too excited with it and things spiraled out of control. We had to kill 20 more people than planned thanks to you. Since it was a mistake on our part, or we couldn't even get paid for the extra kills. Come on, and don't be such a killjoy. You're the one who went on the biggest rampage in the end. And Maka's muscles are sore because he had to try hard to calm you down. Well, I said I'm sorry about it. No need to sweat it. I owe you guys a few things too. I hate to admit it, but Tyann has a point. We should try to cool down our temper a little. As long as we're working as fixers, it's not good to raise. There's more trouble than necessary. Are these like... What kind of fixers are they? They don't seem to be in suits, so... They're either external contract killers, or fixers or whatever, or they're so low that they're not even having like what's it called? Like, they're not even like having like outfit mandate or whatever, or enforcement, clothing code, whatever. Like, I don't know. They're not. Their clothing choice isn't being regulated. It's like the other fixers having to wear suits or something, or they're so high ranking that they're allowed to get away with not wearing suits. With what I'm not sure about them being higher ranked enough to get away with this, because you know, they're just talking about making mistakes because of their anger or temper. Former members of Killer Syndicate now registered to an office and doing fixer work. Life really is full of surprises, isn't it? This office is a weird one too, but can't believe people like us are accepted. Remember what the boss said, there are so many offices and fixers these days, so staying the best way to survive in this industry. Our outfits are also quite radical compared to what other offices have. That's why it's filled with maniacs like us. All we gotta do is kill the targets in the most gruesome way possible and hang their bodies out in the open. No wonder everyone's excited to join. It's no different than what we've always been doing. At first I thought it was crazy that an office would do this kind of work. But I guess threatening targets and sending them a warning makes enough sense. It seems to be working well too. Though we're only getting requests from no-name syndicates and poor folks, this office is a long way to go. It does feel more like a pack of rats than a proper office. Got a message from the boss says we drop by to get new work. Even rascals like those can join offices these days, huh? The whole market's a red ocean. Everyone wants to be a fixer. Doesn't that count as raking yourself over the coals? Because... Listen, I may not look like it, but I used to be hot stuff, you know? But then things happened and I fell to rock bottom. So, what did you do for a living? I did all kinds of stuff, really. Doing things within my ability. Which is... is that so? That means you didn't get to do any proper work then. Here they are. Just skip to the point. Wow, we really did teleport in the blink of an eye. Is that one of those singularities? Lots of surprises these days. Greetings, dear guests. Hi there? What the? She's pretty damn sturdy. What should you spend on that bot? There's no need to needlessly exhaust yourself, dear guest. You'll need to rampage all soon enough. I don't like your soft tone. I guess the flash of red was one of these guys, presumably him. I'm trying to attack her, but the attack apparently proved completely ineffective, and she's like immune or otherwise extremely resistant to damage. You're not human, are you? Oh, look at her face now. Guess she really isn't? Yeah, no surprise. So rare to meet a sentient being as a human in this city. I know, right? But you might get a ton of cash for this. Maybe you find your book in this place. That glare. Book fixer. I think I'll go with these guys. It's nice that they give you the option to like choose which group of characters you want to use. guy not attacking? Oh, what's he doing? Nothing? Fatal. I guess I'll do that. Gotcha. One and two. Again, if anyone cares about me specifically, like, customizing any little extra guys like him, I'm more than willing to do so, but... Oh, but for now, I'm just going to leave this person at, like, default. Appearance. Are they shared between multiple people? It's kind of weird. They're now like running out. One strategy that I mainly figured out is that I deliberately set up her loadout here to to try and inflict the higher numbers or so compared to the matchstick enemies in the last episode. I went out of my way to either pick stuff higher numbers or so instead of the generic 1 to 4 thing. And I tried to pay attention to that, and it worked out on my first try. So that's what I was missing or so in the last episode. You're running one way for sure. The humans just like us anyway. Okay, you're doing attack and then dodge. That. And all 3 people are attacking her. Let's try matchstick on this person. Oh gosh. The light of the last match goes out, won't you? Get that. Are you serious? I could have taken this person out, but screw me. He like literally all the other characters like gang up on him to break him down. Call for reception of Hook office. Curtains closed. Great work as always. I can talk about the offices thanks to these guests. Don't get too bothered what they said about you, alright? Are you trying to console me? Maybe, maybe not. I don't really care if you're actually human or not, you see. That's refreshing to hear. Oh, it's been quite a while since I heard such words of comfort from even one person too. Well, we're in the age of humanity after all. That's kind of weird. You say we're in the age of humanity, yet a lot of the characters we've been seeing around here have a really strong lack of humanity. At least towards their fellow man. Age of humanity? What does that mean exactly? Don't stare at me too hard now. I don't know all the details either. Then why even bring it up? At some point, intelligence beings that weren't human and were actively driven out of the city into the outskirts. I'm not too sure why it took place, but the artificial intelligence Adamant was introduced as part of that movement. It was already possible to create machines capable of feeling emotions and desires, actually. Those that are pretty much human, in other words. I guess that was the problem. Thanks to the AI ethics amendment, no machines could ever be made to resemble humans, including replacement bodies. Though there seems to be a few exceptions. It's as they said, I am no human, I'm a machine, an artificial being. Oh, I guess that's where the problem lies. The laws that they made dictates that the artificial entities that can think and feel like human beings aren't allowed to look human. And the issue stems from the fact that Angela looks exactly human. if it wasn't for her just outright stating that she's a machine or otherwise artificial being, you'd mistake her for a human here. And that's what the law has trouble with. To be precise, I was designed using human as a template. Only a fraction of her brain was used in my creation. I think I know exactly who that human is, and so would anyone else who knows Lobotomy Corporation's story. So it's not even a human brain resting in a robotic body? Not at all. I'm purely a machine. What about that fraction of human brain you mentioned? It was only an electronic copy of the map of her brain. So they made a digital electronic copy of that brain fragment and they used that to make Angela. My body is entirely composed of mechanical components. I had a feeling. And it looks like you've been living under a rock your whole life, seeing as oblivious to the workings of the world. You've got to be extra careful then, especially if you're planning to leave here someday. You're a sapient android with emotions and desires. Your existence is most likely a complete violation of the AI Ethics Amendment. I'm not denying Angela's emotions and her capacity for emotions, but a lot of the time she comes off as stoic. She doesn't exactly express the emotions. Stoicism is, as far as I know, it's like someone who doesn't often express their emotions, or at least not in a clear way that's like obvious to the average person. Which is not to say that they don't have emotions, but again, it's like the expression that matters. The head's scarily good at spotting anomalies like you. Oh right, in case you don't know, the head is basically a bunch of shady creeps that rule over the entire city. So, the head, yeah, from what I've learned thanks to the comments in my Lobotomy Corporation playthrough, the head is either the government, it's the equivalent of a government, or otherwise the closest thing to a government in this city has. Though we probably won't ever get to face them. Something tells me that this is foreshadowing and that yes, we will inevitably have to face them. Anyways, this whole library is a huge risk in the first place. The librarians over here seem to think also seem like they're human, but not really human at the same time. It's just as you say. I was designed to feel emotions, and I felt like an eternity on stage performing a play that never seemed to end. And when I thought it was finally over, turns out it never really ended. I gotta say, whoever created you must have really been something else too. I don't know what motivated them, but breaking the rules designated by the head takes more than just guts. No one can escape the head's enforcement. They did all eventually die, but the library will be safe. It has to be safe. It's like a birdcage. No one is free to enter, and no one is free to leave. Again, with that dreamy speech you despise so much. What do you even mean by that? I will leave this place one day, take revenge on all things that made me into what I am, and earn true freedom. I don't care too much either way. That's that, and this is this. Let's see, this guy's Yesod from Floor 2, Patron Librarian of Technological Sciences. Oh yes, he's the one who ran the information department hey there, Angela sir. I am Yesod, the patron for Technological Sciences. He ran the information department in the original Lobotomy Corporation. Is it just me, or is this cold and piercing stare, or is this a cold and piercing stare I'm sensing? Feels kind of different from Angela's, I gotta say. What now? Don't tell me. Are you one of those types that resort to violence when someone talks crap? Are you serious? He has to sit there and fix his tie? Your necktie was loose. Oh. And you can see here, this tie is kind of loose here. Oh. I guess you can't tell. Looking from this angle, it looks like he's just standing forward, but I guess you can see as he's looking down. Oh, thanks. Guess you're nice. Yes. Why did I say yes? I guess I was looking at yes here. God. You're not on the ball in reading today. Tell me, why did you comply with Angela's orders so meekly? Well, mostly because I had no choice but to help her. Now that I think about it, Malka doesn't seem too fond of Angela either. Is it a trend to dislike her or something? It's obvious that we wouldn't approve of her. Angela, she utterly crushed our hopes at the very last moment. Sounds complicated. Why are you working for her as a librarian then? It was part of the deal. A deal, huh? I guess that deal's also why most of the floors of the library are locked off in the library. They are asleep. Boy, I am not a fan of convoluted stories, especially if it involves sentimental stuff. Anyway, both you and I are obligated to help Angela now, aren't we? That is true. Let's give it our best shot then. Put her here. Put her there. What is the meaning of this? A handshake, duh. Never tried it before? You know, the I look forward to working with you kind? Come on, line up a little. If we can't avoid it, we might as well enjoy it. I'm supposed to get you books like I do with Malkuth, right? Indeed, my role is to collect and sort books about the technological sciences of the city specifically. Since it's become clear that we are both well aware of our occupations, kindly take your leave now. Fine, I was about to anyway. Floor of Technological Sciences opened. You can now select the floor for Technological Sciences during reception. A patron library is open. Life and Death. Urban Myth. They do not have the time to think about the terror at the end of the song before the setting of the sun. Any more reports on the distortions from the Hana Association of Zui Section 1? None, sir. They're all observing the situation for now. They did nominate a number of likely suspects, however. So far, we have 2 urban plagues, Laundry of Dreams and Yesterday's Promise, and 1 urban legend, the Church of Gears. The investigation has been going well, is it? Oh, and the library, recently appointed urban myth, is also on the list of possible sources. So even higher-ups are clueless, aren't they? Seeing as they're throwing out random guesses now. Who was that? I'm starting to get used to sorting out books now. Tell me, why are you helping me so submissively? What? Remember said you'll kill me if I don't cooperate? Because I sure do. And I can't leave here by myself either. Though you don't appear to be motivated by fear? I've seen quite a lot of people crawl along the floor stricken with fear and terror. Judging from my past observations, I doubt you're helping me simply because you're afraid of dying. What the hell are you doing? What the hell were you doing in the past? To be honest, I have a few things I want to know about this place too. Such as? You said you wanted to get the one per book as you gather books about the city, right? I figured I could run into some experiences if I joined you on that journey. I have a feeling that Angela this little mission of destroying all those who have created her situation and to obtain her true freedom. But first of all, I think she's gonna her path to getting that involves her perfect book, obviously, and I have the feeling that involves the head. It's not gonna stop until she destroys the people at the very top, because they're not going to have much patience or tolerance for someone like Angela, so they're not So, as long as they exist, they're going to keep working to hunt her down. Oh, and so she might as well destroy them in the process in order, because you're not truly free as long as people are still hunting for you. Anyway, I figured I can run into some unexperienced on that journey. I don't have a whole lot to do out there anyway. I go back to being a washed-up fixer, scraping at the bottom of the barrel again. There's one thing I've been meaning to figure out more than anything else. I'm hoping I can maybe find an answer here one day if I stick around and help you out. We have a coincidence of interest, I see. Sure, as much as I can exploit you, you're free to make use of me. Well, at least she's being honest. It's about exploitation. Trying to be careful about, though. A careless attempt could seriously get you killed. Sheesh, you're being way too vicious with words. Just what made you so sharp. You better not pry into my past any further. I already feel like slowly melting your lips this time. Fine, jeez. I have a question, man. Do you take questions, ma'am? What is it now? Make sure it's an appropriate question. I did warn you already. What's up with the librarians here? They don't really feel like real humans. But they don't seem to be machines or artificial creatures either. Entities called abnormalities and employees, both of which are thoroughly exploited by the facility that wants to hit upon where we are. They're just like me in that sense. Originated from humans, taken advantage of, and abandoned once grown out of use. I don't know, but what you're doing now still looks like exploitation. They were broken, couldn't even sustain a stable form, or when their existence was so fragile that they could fade away at any moment. They're barely kept together as I found them to physical body and book. They're kept together. All I can do for them now is find the one book that will free me and the librarians. You're going to release the librarians? That's the only way for any of us to leave, you know? I guess the same kind of power to reconstruct your body. Huh. Just remember this. As we collect numerous books from our guests, we will eventually reach the one absolute book that contains everything. And with that, we unlocked a new area. But I think I want to make it here. Just as a heads up, I'd like to apologize if in the first half of this before the cut, that I was getting frustrated with the Scorched Girl battle because I was not comprehending what was going on, and at this point I'm gonna say it was on my part that I wasn't understanding. And so again, I have to apologize for the frustration I expressed, but still, all it took was for me to calm down and double check to get a good idea of the strategies. I'm learning this kind of card-based gameplay is still new to me, so I'm not really playing it much, so I'm still learning as I go along. But still, anyway, I think I'm going to end things here for now. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Library of Ruin, and I always appreciate comments. It's as always, thank you so much for watching again, and until next time, I will see you guys around.